All right, what's up, everyone? It's Zach, and today I'm here with a very special guest. I'm here with Nick Inspo. Nick, how are you
Woo!
doing today?
I'm I'm doing all right. I was trying to go out for a run this morning, but there's bears in my area, so I can't. Um, that's unfortunate.
There's bears in your area?
Yeah, well, there's bears in the area in which I like to run. I don't know why he
Okay,
decided to choose that instead of anywhere else.
gotcha. Okay. Well, hey, that's smart. Be safe. Don't run into any bears. That would not be a good time.
I was gonna go. I went this morning, but there was a
Yeah.
sign that was like, "No, you can't do it." So I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, might be for the best, but kind of unfortunate you weren't able to get your run in. But
I,
uh,
yeah, I could have made for a great story if I saw the dude.
it could have. This conversation could have been a lot different
I
had you
know.
ran into a bear. But yeah, so for everyone listening, Nick is a YouTuber, amateur boxer, fellow podcaster, and also an aspiring musician and musical artist. So that's a little bit about Nick, but do you mind kind of diving into your background, who you are, what you do these days?
So before I dive in, I just want to say musical artist is a stretch.
Okay.
I um I just started lessons yesterday. So
Okay.
I literally just got into that. Um but otherwise, if you want to know how I started doing everything, like social media, like since I was 15, was kind of the thing that I wanted. I think as a kid at first, I just wanted to be like a famous guy. Like I was watching TV and I'm just like, whoa, followers, look at all these look at all the and now obviously knowing that there's a lot more that goes into it, and like there's a bigger reason that these people do this. Like there's a bigger reason. It's they're doing something that they love to do, and like, usually people that do what they want to do, they get a fan base, and it's just what happens. It's not always the best thing in the world, but as a kid, it's kind of so like okay, so let me instead of going all over the place, I guess I'll just start with where I kind of started building a legitimate brand for myself. So I actually started on Twitch.
Okay.
I used to play video games like a lot more often than I usually do. Okay, let me say that like I have a gaming channel now, but I but still I don't know if I consider myself a gamer, but I do still go into that. So when I from like 13 years old, I kind of started Twitch then at 13, and that's where I like that was my first instance that I actually like built a small little audience for myself. I ended up like semi blowing up, I guess. I got like 2,000 followers really quick on Twitch. Like got like averaged like 60 people. It was fun. Some ups and downs. Then it was just not my thing because I was still in school, so I was spending a good portion of my day just streaming this game, and I just kind of stopped, and then that was it for that. And then like that was good for like 2015 to 2017, and then I still kind of did it here and there, but then kind of like lost all my viewers. Um, so then
Wow.
I decided to start an official brand and like actually like learn about things and actually know what I'm doing. So I started Nick Inspo. Um, so literally every single one of my social medias is Nick Inspo. So I literally made all the social medias. I thought about SEO before I even started doing anything, making any content. So I was just Nick Inspo across everything. And at first I was literally making videos every single day. I was it was like that vlog. It was like at the time where vlogging was at its highest. Like it's still high, like it's still
Hmm.
huge, but it was at an all-time high where there was a bunch of people just doing daily vlogs. And as a kid, I was just kind of like following the trends, and
Yeah.
um, I did like a good 60 days in a row. until I finally stopped. That was also around the time like I had a girlfriend and like all that. So, like it was school, YouTube, girlfriend,
Yeah.
pretty busy. Literally, no more girlfriend now, so not as busy. Um, I have to, try to get a new job and all sorts of all that sort. So like I about a month later, I just made a second YouTube channel just to put like gaming stuff on there. The gaming channel is what really took off. Um, Even though it's kind of the opposite of what I wanted to happen. I wanted my like main channel to take off, but
Right.
my gaming channel took off. So I just decided to run with it. It's the only thing that I have like a monetizable platform on right now is the gaming channel.
Okay.
Fast forward to now, I do like a little. I do a podcast, but it's not like taken seriously. It's it's got an inappropriate name and everything, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't know if I'm allowed to curse on here, so I refrained because I forgot to ask that question. Um, well,
Yeah.
do you allow it? Do you allow it? Are you cool with it, or do you want me to refrain because I can try?
Yeah, good question. I would say I like to keep these rather family friendly.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the heat of passion, some people have slipped some words, and some people that's just who they are. So I never want to limit anyone or feel like they can't be authentic themselves. But I try to say, family friendly, ideally, but here and there, I totally get it.
So for the sake of your show, I'm gonna try to be as friendly as I possibly could.
Okay.
So I'm not even gonna mention the name of my podcast then,
Okay.
because it was it's pretty explicit. Yeah, basically on there, I'm just with my friend and we just talk about like explicit stuff.
Okay.
Literally, it's as unfiltered and unedited as like what this is.
Yeah.
I actually discovered you from Twitter. Um,
Okay.
I was scrolling through Twitter and I just I don't know. I think it was like a Josie Canseco tweet. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
yeah, so and then I saw your tweet and then I was like, oh, okay, this guy does a podcast. I was like, oh, so I just looked into your account and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, so your synopsis and your little like how do I say it? The stuff that you retweet, and I saw the stuff you retweet, and I was like, okay, I really like this.
Yeah.
So at first, I DM'd you on Twitter, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go, and it was YouTube channel and something, and I'm just gonna I'm just gonna comment and see what happens. And then you're like, I read my description. Yeah, so I did. And yeah, that's how we're here. Yeah, but I saw
Yeah.
the Josie Canseco tweet, and then so like, can you explain that? So what are you you're trying to get like celebrities on here? Is that are you trying to do that as well?
Yeah, good question. So, first, I want to say I apologize for not seeing your message on Twitter.
No, you
I
responded
literally,
the first day in. Like I can't be mad at you for that. You're good.
that's fair. Yeah, I just like that's the thing I hate about like social media is like you get like the message requests, so it doesn't like show up that you have a message, and I just randomly saw that I was like, oh,
Oh, because I didn't
cool.
follow you outright because I didn't know
Maybe.
you yet, so I didn't
Oh,
follow you
okay.
yet.
Gotcha. So that's what it was. Yeah. So no worries, but yeah. So apologies on taking a little delay with that, but no, I'm happy you reached out, and I would say in terms of like who I'm trying to get on here, really anyone that wants to be. I've found that in my life, I've been very grateful and fortunate for the fact that I have a lot of friends who are doing really cool things in the world. Just whether it's they're pursuing their passions as their full-time career or just they work like a 9 to 5 business job, but they're maybe a streamer, when they get off work or whatever, or maybe they're just passionate about cooking, so they love talking about that. So really, just it started with me wanting to reach out to all these people in my life, all these friends, and just have them on and share their stories. But then it kind of became like you never know till you like reach out to people, right?
Mhm.
So like
Yeah.
let me just like and honestly that might even be like the mentality you had when he reached out to me. Like who knows? Like this could be nothing, this could be something. So, just reaching out to people and the tweet that you're referring to, I was literally just like scrolling one night and shout out to Josie Canseco.
Yeah.
She like tweeted like she like was just on a podcast or something. Um, so I was like, oh, let's why not just like shoot her a tweet and see if she sees it or whatever. So
You
yeah, I
never
mean,
know, man.
exactly.
Yeah.
You never know. So I mean, at this point, I'm just reaching out to people, and some people have been like, oh man, that's really awesome. I just don't have the time. So sorry, maybe like later or something. Some people have said, oh yeah, that's awesome. Let me do it. So it really just depends. I'll be transparent and say like at this stage of my podcasting journey, I don't have anyone that's like super, super A-list tier,
Yeah. It's
celebrity, but there's been a lot of the works and, content creators similar to yourself and some professional athletes, people that do have, I would say maybe that like couple thousand to maybe like 80,000 subscribers or follower kind of level is where I'm at right now. But hoping to grow this as much as possible and hopefully get some really cool people on in the future.
No, I respect the hustle because, like, if you DM'd like 1,000 celebrities, at least
Hmm.
one of them has to respond to you.
Right, exactly.
So you got, yeah, you like, I respect that. I've done that before. I got a response from like this fitness guy, and he just like, I asked him for free merch. He sent
Okay,
me a link to a discount, so I got a little bit of extra money off.
that's
Um,
awesome.
no, I also like, yeah. So I guess I don't know what I would be considered because, like, yeah, you could say content creator. Um, I don't like you. I don't know, like, because I've done podcasts, but like,
Hmm.
or I've done my own. This is actually the first podcast I've been on with someone else, but I've done my own. I don't know if that qualifies me as a podcaster, but I still put it in the little resume.
Yeah.
Um, Amateur boxer. Again, that's a little bit of a stretch. But I recently signed up for classes and kind of I'm registered as one of them. So it's not really a stretch. You could just it's in the resume. So
Yeah.
like that's how it works. But yeah, no, I grew up as kind of semi-athletic, but like my mind was better than my body.
Okay.
I decided like literally like July of last year that it was time for a change. And it was during quarantine too. Like I was lazy the first month or two. I didn't really
Okay.
do anything the first month or two that like lockdown started.
Yeah.
So and then it was like July. I remember this was July because I logged my fitness journey.
Hmm.
So I started last year in July. I dropped like 30 pounds in like 6 months. Uh,
Okay.
now I have like extra goals. I want to become better at like I want to be able to run a marathon. Um, I want to have like a few like amateur like boxing fights. And I'll get into a little bit of a story about why I actually wanted to do that.
Okay.
Because I got into it around the time that YouTubers were doing it, but YouTubers are actually not the reason that I got into it. It was for my own reasons, which I'll get into eventually.
Yeah.
Because it was actually like a big turning point in my life. But I didn't know what order I was gonna bring that up in, but I mean, I guess I definitely wanted to turn Nick Inspo into a fitness channel, but like kind of like a vlog style as well.
Okay.
So I wanted to see like, but I've always came up with these ideas because like, the thing is I'm so passionate about a lot of different things,
Yeah.
but they're very different from each other.
Okay.
So the problem is that like you don't know if people will care, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like okay, it's like if you're on YouTube and you play different video games, right? So
Right.
let's say you're playing Pokemon and you're doing that for like a whole year, your audience is used to that.
Right.
All of a sudden you switch to something else and then your audience is going to be like and then you're going to get less views, and then everything's going to die down. So for me, the hardest thing about what I was trying to do for my brand was picking something.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of how to just combine everything into one.
Okay.
Because there is a lot of people that could combine everything into one.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
there is a lot of entertaining people out there that like know how to diversify and do that. And I'm trying to learn how that could be the case for me. I've wanted to just do vlogging. The
Yeah.
problem was I lacked like so here's the thing. Like I have a lot of things I want to say in my blood, but except I want to say the people around me as an influence. And now I'm not going to sit here and say that I have no friends because I
Yeah.
do. However, I don't have friends in the space that I'm in.
Right.
Like I mean, there are people that are trying to get into it, like people I know, and I'm trying to help them out a little bit. But no one, I don't really have any friends or anyone that's taking it as seriously as I am, which is why I'm trying to like go out and make new friends now,
Yeah.
because it's time to do that, whether it's online or in real life, just going out and meeting people. The only thing I had an excuse of COVID. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people are still going out though. I don't like you can go out to a store with a mask on, but there's not really much else you can do other than that.
Right.
However, things are starting to open up, so I mean, I guess that can work. Like my main objective is just to try to make friends, try to get to know people in certain spaces and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And because I feel like that's the one thing that I'm missing is a team, like a friendship, a team of people that are interested in the same things that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So, because it's kind of hard to be a vlogger when you're the only person in front of the camera.
Right.
So, I'd like to have other people there. Like, but then again, most of my friends are just online. So
Yeah.
which is why I have to kind of change things. I have to diversify, and I have to, just take into consideration all my passions and see if I can try to put it into one. So fitness, really dug deep into fitness since I want to say 15. I wasn't like a star athlete, but I
Mm-hmm.
really liked the gym and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
but I was on and off. I would just basically work out and then stop working out, and then the cycle would repeat. And this is
Yeah.
the only time that I've been consistent. This is the longest I've been consistent. It's been about 10 months, 9 months now, and I don't really see myself stopping anytime soon, because this year I also decided to create a bucket list.
Okay.
And I was thinking maybe I should base the channel off of my bucket list.
Yeah.
Because I thought that would be a good idea. And part of it's like running a marathon. A lot of this is like athletic related stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know if I kind of went all over the place, but I also did kind of stick to something.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna I guess I'm gonna stick into the whole fitness side, because there is actually you obviously you said in the little intro that I'm an amateur boxer, which is
Right.
true. So, and here's why. So about in 2017, about 4 years ago, I got into a fight, and I got into a fight with one of my friends, and this guy was he was cool though. It was the stupidest decision I've ever made to even try to do that, because it was supposed to be like a little fun thing. Little did I know what was actually going to happen. I go, it's pretty cold outside. I'm waiting for him, all confident and all cocky, and like just waiting for the guy. And then it's like, what? Because we didn't even have a good reason to do this. It was one of the stupidest things I've ever decided to do. So he comes, and so he arrives. We go to a specific area, and then we do it. And I got absolutely destroyed, and my eardrum got broken in the process.
Wow.
I
Okay.
didn't know that happened. Like I heard a ringing in my ear though, right? So I was like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, that's probably nothing. I'm just gonna continue and do a second round with them. So I did a second round. Horrible idea. Um, and then I went home. My ear was still ringing. It was ringing for a couple hours, man. I think it was ringing until I went to sleep.
Okay.
Um, I wake up and then I'm like, yo, I'm going to the hospital. This is not like there's something wrong. I go to the hospital, doctor tells me, yeah, dude, your eardrum is broken. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a so I took a day off of school, obviously, because I needed to get that whole situation fixed.
Yeah.
I didn't get it fixed yet. So that's like 4 years later, it's still broken, but it's cool.
Wow.
So I I go to school the next day, and these people are like, "What are you?" And like, by the way, there's videos online.
Okay.
Well, okay, I don't think the videos are out. Like, they're not out publicly, but like a few of my friends recorded, and like
Yeah.
obviously I have it. I have footage of it. I never released it. I don't know if it'll ever get out, but if it gets out, oh well. Um,
Yeah.
it's okay. Like I'm over it. But so like I go to school and I see like a lot of people are like, bro, what was your thought process? Like why did you do it? And I couldn't give you a good answer. I guess I just wanted to prove that I was just like there's a lot that you could have said about me at the time, but like I had guts at least.
Yeah.
So basically a few years later I'm working at, I'm just I'm like, you know what, it's probably a good idea that I should redeem myself from this. So I decided I'm going to become an amateur boxer, get a few fights, get what I need out of boxing, okay? Because my goal is not to become a pro, okay?
Right.
My goal is to essentially just prove to myself that I can do something like this. Um, and the journey is still going on. I don't know how
Mhm.
many years it's going to take, but I'm just trying to get what I want to get out
Yeah.
of boxing. And it's became something that I really enjoyed doing. I wouldn't say 1,000% passionate about it, but I love it. Like I love watching it. I love doing it. I don't like competing against other people, but it's the thing that I'm going to have to do if I did really honestly truthfully want to prove myself or
Mhm.
prove to myself that I can do something like this.
Yeah.
So still to this day, it's still broken. You have to get like surgery to close it up.
Yeah.
I currently cannot afford it. But that's I'm just trying my best here. I'll be able to get that going one day
Yeah.
and see what happens there. Um, but that's basically how I got into that.
Okay.
And honestly, the rest of high school was pretty cool. Like because here's the thing, I'm pretty good at making fun of myself. Like I'm not saying I never got bullied and I was never like upset at points in my life. I was
Mhm.
absolutely, but I was good at like at first I wasn't, but now I want to say like I'm definitely like really good at taking jokes. Like you should hear some of the hate comments that I have. Like I don't have that many hate comments, but like the ones that I do have are pretty funny. Um and I'm pretty good at taking jokes. I literally when I see a hate comment, I pin it to the top and I give it a heart and just see and I see what happens because like other people will respond to it and I just want to see what happens.
Mhm.
What is there? Like okay, there's nothing there's nothing too much going on. Yeah, okay. I was gonna read specific examples, but I can't find any.
Okay.
Oh, I'm thirsty. All right, I'm good. Um yeah, but I also just that was me. That was just
Okay.
basically my and the rest of high school for me was pretty good, pretty easy because I wasn't the best in high school. I wasn't the worst though. I was just kind of
Yeah.
like a C student. Um, I was a good kid, but I just wasn't that smart in school. But it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think that's a deciding fact. It's definitely not a deciding factor in life. Obviously, like some people need college, some people don't.
Yeah.
And I'm perfectly fine with whatever route anybody takes. I personally was going to take that route, and then about a month before graduation, I was like, no, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. Um, I'm going to just stick with what I know and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have any thoughts, I'm just gonna take another sip of water real quick.
Yeah. Go for it. Nick, if you don't mind me asking, how old
So,
are you?
how old am I? Oh, I'm 19. I'm about to turn 20. By the time this comes out, I might be 20. So,
Okay. So
yeah,
1920. First thing I gotta say, man, is dude, you're a baby. You're young. You're so young, man. And
yes,
to
that's true.
hear you talk about what you're talking about at that age, and to hear like you were thinking these thoughts of like what I want to do, my own brand, all that stuff, what maybe 16, 17, 18,
Yeah,
you're in the right place. You're doing the right things, man. So I want to give you some props to that and to anyone listening. Like I talk to a lot of people on the record for this podcast and off the record too, just in my personal life. And they're like, I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to pursue this passion. I want to do this, but they never do it. And it's
mhm.
hard. It's hard to do it. It's hard to get started.
Yeah,
Even
that's
I've
true.
experienced that too. Like I'm not perfect by any means, but just to hear you say like, I made content every day for 60 days straight. I did all this like that. What you described is exactly the kind of drive and determination you need to get things, creative things, or things on socials going. So man, I know like you're still trying to figure out what you're trying to do, but based on like the personality and the energy that I've gotten from our conversations off the record and this conversation so far, I'm like, you got it. Like you have what you need. You just need to keep going. And maybe part of it is finding, kind of like you said, like finding specifically what your thing is and like or how you can combine all the passions. But at the same time, and I'm not like big into YouTube or anything like that. I mean, honestly, you have more of a YouTube like streaming background than I do, but part of me wants to tell you just like who cares? Like who cares if your passions don't align with each other? Like maybe just like Nick Inspo's the brand and Nick Inspo's fitness. It's, you know, entertainment, it's gaming, it's this, that. And, maybe from like an, YouTube algorithm standpoint, that might not be great and, whatever. But at the end of the day, I kind of get the feel that you just are passionate about life and you want to do what you love and you want to share that with people. So, as great as monetization is and maybe getting, fans, followers, whatever, maybe getting some of that, fame, quote unquote. At the end of the day, man, like you strike me as someone that you're not really in it for that. Like you're just in it because you love doing these things. So, I mean, who cares if maybe people taper off because they're like, oh, I was just here for fitness. Like, what's this gaming stuff? Like, just do what you love, man. It sounds like you're on the right track, and it's really cool to hear.
Yeah, but it just seems as though this is like I've been on the right track, quote unquote, for like
Yeah,
3 years. So I'm I'm just so here's the thing. Like when you said, oh, 60 days, that's pretty impressive. To me, that's like, okay, but there's other people out there that have done way hard. So I'm just like, because I know like in my personal like the way that I personally work is I'm just like I can do so much better than this.
yeah,
Like, because literally my thought process of the past week is like, I could be doing so much more than what I'm doing right now.
yeah,
Like, because I feel like like, even if I'm doing all this stuff, I still feel like I have too much time in my hands. Like, I need to, I need to put more effort into what I'm doing.
yeah,
And the hardest part for me for this long while is just finding exactly how I can genuinely resonate with people.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, like I've been working with like small audiences for a long time. Like most of the people that I've met on Twitch with my small audience over there, I'm friends with until like till this day. Like those are like a lot of my online friends. They're like they're so actually one of them I still know. One of them I've been friends with for 5 years now, and like or six actually, and we actually met in real life. That was an internet guy that I met from Twitch. We've met in real life twice.
Nice.
So that was I mean that was a thing.
Yeah.
And we still talk to this day. He was actually messaging me earlier while this was going on. I got my phone on silent, so yeah. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. I haven't gotten,
Yeah.
I haven't really gotten that in a while. It's because like yeah, you're right. I just want to do what I love to do and what I'm passionate about doing because I really want. So like I was also trying to use like the TikTok platform. I was trying to use that to like, and I wanted to do like this whole. I literally just wanted to sit in front of the camera and just convey like a positive message, and then the video's over.
Yeah.
Like that's literally. I just wanted to say a positive sentence, and then that was it. Like I just. It was that was the thing I wanted to do for TikTok. I made like a couple like tens of dozens of TikToks. I've deleted a lot of them that are like eh. And I love TikTok as a platform. Like don't get me wrong, I think it's great.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm looking at the comment section and I'm just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like these what these celebrities have to go through.
Yeah.
Like reading their comments on it's not even just TikTok, like everywhere. It's
For sure.
it's so like awful. It's one of the most awful things I've ever seen on the TikTok platform, and I'm not blaming TikTok. The comment section is just nuts. It's nuts. These celebrities are like these people are like not doing. They didn't do anything to you, like. They're doing like not really anything wrong, but like they just get so much hate and backlash for just like I feel like really not much at all. They're just living.
Exactly.
It hurts me even though I'm not the one getting insulted.
Yeah.
Like I just like literally like because I feel like if that were to happen to me, I feel like I would be able to take it well because hate hasn't been the like the deciding factor of anything for me. Like I'm not worried about hate.
Yeah.
Like I obviously I'm careful out there, but I'm not worried about hate. But I'm guessing the thing that I'm worrying about the most is the financial aspect of it. Like yeah, it'd be great to get rich and all that stuff, but what I just want to do, I just want to be able to live.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to make enough doing what I love to do. I just want to be able to live on that money.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to, get on more of the business side of things. Like I've been, I'm kind of a beginner in the stock market now. So
Okay.
I've been diving into that, and it's pretty young to dive into something like that too. So it's like, so like my thing is like, I feel like if I started this like 10 or 5 years ago, I'm like, well, I would be so much better off 5 years ago. Obviously that's too late now. Like I can't be dwelling on the past, and I understand that, but I'm like, wow, this is so like, imagine if I was a fitness guy like 5 years ago. I'm just imagining what my body would look like right now if I stuck to it.
Yeah.
So obviously, but the thing is, I got no regrets. It's because the thing about regrets is it's something that's already happened. Like it's happened. You got to move on. You got to get over it. And I'm over my past. I'm over all the things, and I'm not I'm not like a fighter kind of guy. But like as a kid, I was like, and also I'm also not a kind of guy that gets into drama. But as a kid, maybe I used to be a little bit. But that's just part of the growing process because I'm still a growing person. I don't have everything figured out yet. I don't
you don't
know
have to.
what. being on this podcast is going to look like 5 years from now. I don't know where I'm going to be 5 years from now. But I'm striving towards something great. I'm striving towards something.
Yeah.
Whether it's changing lives, changing other people's lives, changing mine, changing my family's, or just improving other people's mental health and doing all this stuff, like making people's bodies feel better about themselves, and all this stuff. Like, if I could just do any of that stuff, I'm cool. Like, I'm satisfied with just a little tiny fan base, and just to do whatever. But I also, at the same time, there's that other part of me that's like, I feel like I could just change the entire world.
Yeah.
Like, there's one part of me that's like, oh yeah, 50K is cool. It's a couple people, but then I want to go to Dubai and sell out arenas. So it's like two different sides of me, and I am just struggling, and I can't decide which one to pick. Just go all in, or just, I don't know. Like, I try to go all in. I'm trying to learn multiple things at once. I took singing lessons yesterday. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted my singing voice to be good. I've always wanted to, box a few people here and there. I'm actively striving towards that goal as well. I've wanted to, I can actually try to pull up my bucket list, because there's obviously more here.
For sure.
But, so yeah, where is it? So it's, oh yeah, I wanted to write an autobiography. That's right. So yeah, like, that's another thing. I actually wrote an audiobook one time. Like, well, okay. Not a real audiobook. It was more like a Wattpad, like free audio, like free book service, if you know what that is. It's like Wattpad is like, you just write stories based on whatever.
Right.
So I literally wrote about my entire life at school, and then like I did an audio over it. It's like a 45-minute audio of my life during my entire school years, from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. So I never planned on release. I don't think I'm not going to release it, because I mention names. I do this, I don't want, and it's pretty how do I describe it? It's pretty I don't want to say upsetting or sad, but there's a lot of deep stuff in there. But writing a book is definitely something I want to do, but I don't want to do that right now. I want to wait until more things are set in stone. Obviously, I wanted to rescue animals. I love dogs. I love dogs, man. There's this channel, the YouTube channel called Hope for Paws. I want to save some animals. Why not? Like, why not? I got fall in love in my bucket list too. So that's pretty funny, because that, like, I haven't had anything like that going on in like the last 4 years. My best relationship was in like around 2017 as well. So that was, and then I haven't really done anything since, focused on myself. I wanted to have a professional wrestling match, whether it would be in like the WWE or like anything like that. I want to be in the ring. I want to have a match at least once. And obviously, and then I want to do public speaking events, and then I want to launch a clothing brand. Obviously, there's like merchandise. I want to go further beyond merchandise, though. Oh, I'm thirsty again.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, yeah. My throat's getting all dry here, just nonstop talking. It's been a while since I got to just talk nonstop. You seem to be like letting me talk.
Yeah, no, I'm giving you the space, man.
No, yeah, that's good. That's kind of cool. I just but yeah, so I did all that. And as of right now, I guess fast forwarding to where I am right now, I'm actively trying to look for a 9-to-5 that I enjoy, while doing the YouTube thing. And I'm also trying to figure out other ways in which that I could get myself into using, getting multiple streams of income. So I'm trying, like, I watch the YouTube channels, man. I watch all this, like, all this stuff. There's like these really good guides for free on the internet. Like
Mm-hmm.
you just need to have that startup money. And I'm just looking for a good 9 to 5. Preferably, I'd like to work at a gym. Uh,
Yeah.
that would be nice. And then obviously doing YouTube on the side. And obviously, like with YouTube, obviously I want to probably sell my own courses in the future, maybe like a fitness thing. Oh God, sorry.
No,
Um,
you're good.
so yeah, like I wanted to sell like a fitness course maybe because there's a lot of information that I know. I've been doing
Yeah.
like thorough research on it. It's like I was 15 years old. I
Mm-hmm.
just I just haven't taken it seriously until now. Um,
Gotcha.
right now I'm just actively boxing like 2 hours a day,
Yeah.
like 6 days a week, going
Right.
out for runs. That's what I'm. What?
No, I just said right. Like it
Oh,
is.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I
Yeah.
thought you had a question for me. Um,
No, no. Yeah. I was just kind of agreeing with you, but
okay.
Nick, man, I will say this. Like hearing you talk about things, you remind me a lot of myself.
Oh
Myself
wow.
when I was your age, and even to like I'm 25 right now, so
Hmm.
even where I'm at currently with my life. And one thing I just want to address that you talked about is like I said, like that's awesome that you recorded content for 60 days straight, and you're like, thanks, but there's so many people that are doing that have done 600, 6,000 days straight. Best thing I can say is don't think about it. Like, don't compare yourself, man. Like, you're gonna feel so much more free when you're not comparing yourself in the sense of like, oh, well, so and so only did six, so I'm better than them. But like, this person did 600, so like, I'm not at that level. Like, you're you're not racing against anyone. You're only running against yourself. So, I want you to try to take on that perspective because I'm the same kind of guy. Like, I sit here and I will have like an existential crisis and I'm like I'm not doing enough with my life. I haven't accomplished enough. And it's because I want to change the world and I feel like if I haven't done that by 25, like I've just wasted my whole life. So I get that mindset, man. So just don't let that be a deterrent to what you want to do or don't let it make you feel like you're not good enough or you're not qualified or that you're not at the same level because you will get there. And something that I talk about on this podcast is just the idea of getting better each day, 1% better each day. After a week it might not look like much, but after you get 1% better, a little better, and like we'll talk about it in fitness terms because I know you're big into fitness. Like if you lift, if you bench one extra rep each time you go, or you increase it by like zero point 0.5 pounds each workout, you might not notice it right away, but you will see the gains that you get from it. So just keep on with that mentality too. And like another big thing I talk about is like the way this might be like kind of weird to people or too like deep or spiritual, but like the energy that you put out is the energy that you get back. And you just need to, it's almost like you attract what you do, the effort that you put out, you get back, right? So like you're doing all these things and you're going to get rewarded for the things that you do. And even just you taking the step and reaching out to me and like, hey man, I listened to your podcast. I'm about it. you know, I'd love to maybe see if I can get on if you'd be cool with that. Like you doing that, that's taking a big step that not many people are willing to do or comfortable with doing. And as we're having this conversation, I don't know like how much you've like looked into me or like, if you looked into me any beyond, basic social media and stuff, but like I'm in the fitness space. I've written and published books. I have this podcast. Like I have a social. I don't have a big social presence, but I have a social presence. Like I have like a finance coach and mentor. So everything that you're saying that you're like I'm passionate about, I want to get into, I want to learn about. I'm not saying I'm a pro by any means or that I'm the greatest person alive at all, but I've dabbled and I am in those places. So I don't even know if you know that, but like just you taking that step to reach out to me, like after this ends, I'll be honest with you, I'll probably shoot you a message and say, hey, give me a call anytime and I will help you. You know, that's
Fair enough.
part of my journey is to help people get to where they want to go. And like, I literally, dude, just other than us talking the other day, I had no idea about your story, what your interests are, what your passions are beyond the surface conversation that we had. But just hearing everything you're into, I want to see you succeed. And I know you will because you have it in you to get there. And maybe you just need some time, maybe you need some guidance or whatever. And if I can do anything to help you along that journey, man, I'm going to do it. So, yeah, just
So
keep
yeah,
going.
I mean, like I said, like I did tell you that I lacked the friend group or
Yeah.
like the people, and I also I want to address the whole the comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna act like I've never heard that before. Like of course
Right.
I've heard don't compare yourself to other people. So it's not always the easiest thing, but like
No,
I
it's not.
understand that. Like I get that. Um, I wouldn't say that that's necessarily what I'm doing,
Hmm.
but I'm really just I'm it's more like I'm setting goals for myself. It's not that like I'm not trying to be better than somebody.
Right.
I'm trying to be how do I put this? I'm trying to like be a better person than I was before,
Yeah.
or like yesterday or the day before. Like
You just
yeah, like
expect a lot
as you
out of
said,
yourself.
1% better every single day.
Yeah.
Like that makes sense to me. I
Yeah. Yeah.
understand that. And like I just wish I have friends. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong, and
No, for sure.
I'm not dissing my friends, by the way. Like
For sure.
I just want to clear that up. If they may be
Yeah.
watching this right now, I'm not dissing my friends.
For sure.
I think they're all great people. They're just they're just like they just don't have, I guess, the same interests as I do, which is
Right.
perfectly okay.
Yeah. 100%.
Everyone's okay to just live, so like I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Um, and my thing is just not like I agree with everything that you're saying, totally, 100%. The only research that have done on you is like I watched your little introductory podcast and like your other one you did, so like that's
Yeah.
all I knew about you. I went on here and I was thinking like, okay, he like I just wanted like a platform to
Yeah.
discuss I don't know, just to talk and
Yeah.
express myself, because I've never gotten like a good outsider opinion of myself, because I mainly talk to my friends
Right.
every day, because so I've never had like an outsider. Like I've never even been on a podcast. Like I've
Right.
never been on someone else's show before.
Yeah.
So this is a first for me. Like I felt like I was gonna do a good job though, because I have experience in obviously doing one myself, and
Right.
all these other things, so yeah, like no like I said, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'm not comparing myself to other, although
Right.
I feel like healthy competition is
Yeah.
okay,
Definitely.
depending on the competition. Like I want to say, like if I had like a brother,
Yeah.
if I like, and me and him were like kind of similar, I feel like I would have probably reached the point, or reached the goal that I was already accomplishing, because that level of competition, like I'm just imagining, is like
Yeah.
my own brother is doing all this. Now,
Yeah.
this obviously sounds like a comparison, but like obviously, like if I had a brother, it's going to be healthy competition.
For sure.
Not, it's like, yeah, because it's all that. But obviously, I don't. I have to work with the certain circumstances that I already have built for myself. I'm out of high school.
Yeah.
I have to go out and probably meet people. I have to figure out some way that I could find a group of people. I appreciate your offers, and I will
Yeah.
gladly take you up on that. And just yeah. So like the thing is, I wanted to do this a long time ago too. It's like I've
Right.
been I think about this every day.
Yeah.
Like, just this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. I'm thinking about this every day for years. And I'm seeing all these people blowing up at like 16 years old.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like I know okay, I keep saying like, I'm gonna relax on that. Because I know people are gonna be like, yo, this guy says like too much. Can you stop? No, I apologize. So like when I see these people blowing up at this age, I'm like, well, I really could have done that, and I should have
Yeah.
done that. Like I'm, and when these people think about these crazy ideas, I'm like, man, I wish I thought of that first. It's like,
Right.
because like the way that like things were 10 years ago wasn't how it is now, because now it's so much, like it's so much harder, and you got to put in so much more effort.
Yeah.
um and I'm just talking about that in a YouTube sense, not a life sense,
Right. Right. Yeah.
because you always got to work hard. But
Yeah.
like the way it was 10 years ago is so different from now. You got all these very, very talented people. Um, and even some of these talented people are like so young. And I'm just sitting here as like a 20-year-old, and I'm like, I need to step up my game a little bit.
Yeah.
I need to and I know that like I have a long way to go, and I have a lot of life left. But
Mm-hmm.
however, you never know.
That's true.
Like I might, you know, something might happen to me at 50. So
Yeah.
like like I don't think it's weird to want to accomplish everything by 25 years old. I think that
No.
I think a lot of people want to do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, and then I've seen some success stories of people starting when they're like way older than me.
Right.
So obviously, I know it's not impossible. It's
No.
not. I've taken little steps that people have already given up on and thought were impossible.
Yeah.
Um, it's hard to get monetized on YouTube.
It is. Yeah.
I did that, but
Yeah.
so it is possible because I did it, and I'm just like I don't know, like I don't know, I'm just a dude, like
Right.
so like I did it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure like pretty much anyone can do it. Like
Yeah.
even boring people, and I'm saying boring people as a like objectively boring people. I'm not saying I think anyone's boring. I'm not even going to mention names. So it's
Yeah.
like boring people, if you're like a quote unquote boring person, there are still a lot of people out there that are going to find you entertaining. So
For
yeah,
sure.
so that's, you know, that's my stance on the whole thing. Is like as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, like I'm still on the personal growth journey too. Like I'm trying to like get up a little earlier and start
Yeah.
meditating every day. Like the cold showers. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if you heard about like all that kind of stuff.
Oh
Like
yeah.
the self-help like morning routines that these people do.
Been doing it
Like
for years, man.
like you take cold showers?
Yeah.
Oh man, how's that going?
Oh, you get used to it.
Oh
It's just
man,
like things like those, like little things
that's
that I
the
can
hardest
do that.
one. It's the
Yeah, that
hardest
one's the
one,
tough
man.
one.
I could like meditation, like it's like I'm laying down and breathing in a
Yeah.
certain way. I have like the Calm app. I have a subscription. Um,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and like and I could do a lot of the self-help related like stuff, but the cold showers is just like
They're tough.
so difficult.
Yeah.
And as a fitness guy, you kind of want to do the cold showers because
Yeah.
muscle recovery. But
Right.
it's so difficult. Like that's the hardest one. Like I could do everything, all these other morning routines that are pretty cool, but it's the cold showers that just bother me so much. They get to me.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I
No.
can. If I kept trying. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
every now and then, I get these spurts of moments where I get like really motivated and then do it,
There you go.
and then see what happens the next day. But like I wake up at like I don't even have an alarm anymore, but I already relatively wake up early.
Okay.
Um, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like as long as you get like 8 hours of sleep, I think you should be fine.
Yeah.
No
I'd
matter
agree.
when you sleep. I'm not, you know, there's a lot of successful people out there that got some crazy sleep schedules though. And they also say the things like, you know, you should be sleeping less and working harder on your thing. I don't know, man. I like taking care of my body and getting my 8 hours of
You
sleep.
have to.
Yeah. So it's like I wouldn't condone sleeping less.
Yeah.
But I do condone working hard. Like I think that that's important. And I think the element that's missing from my end is the actual 16-hour work.
Hmm.
People wake up, work, go to sleep. literally. And I'm not talking like 9 to 5. I'm talking about like everything they do,
Yeah.
like all the businesses that you want to start, all the just all the videos they want to make, or
Mm-hmm.
all the projects they want to work on. They're 16 hours straight, man. There's like athletes out there. The hardest thing to do, I believe, one of the hardest things to do is to be an athlete,
Yeah.
because your body like can't do 16 hours of work, man. Like
Right.
you have to,
It's intense.
yeah, you have to like if you want to do a little bit more extra work, then yeah, obviously taking the ice baths and the cold showers will help you out with
Right.
a little muscle recovery. That's how I'm able to do 2 hour boxing sessions. But like I consider cold showers and ice baths a little bit different. I find one
Yeah.
a little bit easier to do than the other.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um, like the ice baths is like you just stick your entire body except for your head down on the the whole thing, and you're wearing a little bit of clothes and whatever.
Right.
Um, Cold
For sure.
showers is the most difficult. Like that's the hurdle. Like if somebody gave me $1 million to take a cold shower, then I would be able to do it.
Right.
It's just that there's not that $1 million in front of me.
For sure.
But maybe it is in front of me. I just can't see it yet.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll be revealed to me at a
Right.
time that a little bit later on. I'm just I don't know. I
For
hope
sure.
anyone that's watching this show can get a little glimpse of motivation.
Yeah.
Um, it's the fact that I believe that, like, because I'm at this stage where I know what I want my end goal to be, and like I have like there's a lot of people that have the one thing that they really like to do and to take it forward. I don't have one thing.
Right.
I have a couple different things that are pretty different from each other. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the fine line. Like I literally here's what I do. Like I literally like I'm so judgmental on myself that I look up videos on how to be entertaining. So I've literally done that before. Like
Yeah.
it's like I at one point thought that I wasn't even funny, so I looked up how to be funny.
Yeah.
Because like I'm just laughing on all my friends' jokes over here. Like I obviously anyone can make their friends laugh usually. Like
Yeah.
if you're friends with somebody, you can probably make them laugh. But I I'm just trying to take everything a little bit of a step further. I just like to go all in. For
Yeah.
anyone that's watching this doesn't know exactly what they want to do, uh, it might take you some time, but just wake up early, get yourself on a little bit of a cold shower run if you need to, or go out for a run if you don't have
Yeah.
bears in your local neighborhood. Uh, you know, just take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And give yourself some time alone to just think.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what you want. Think about what you want to do. Think about what you want to accomplish. Because I people like I got out of school last year, right?
Right.
I've already seen a lot of these people that from my school that are on their way to being successful. Like I can already picture a lot of these people becoming a success story. So
Yeah.
and I wish them all luck. Like I've seen, like I'm an observant person, so like I look at a lot of these people and I'm like, I point it out. I'm like, okay, this person can definitely be successful. This person might have a little bit of work to do, but he could definitely make it, or she, whatever. Like I'm
Yeah.
observant, so I could see. I feel like I could see potential. Um, Even if someone's not necessarily there yet in the entertainment aspect. Like if I was to find somebody a little bit boring. What happens is when you're on camera for so long, or you're just doing something for a long period of time, you will get better. It will
100%.
happen.
Just
Obviously,
takes time.
yeah, it takes time, and you obviously work smart, not hard, or work smart and hard is a good thing as well. Um, there is a whole thing on the it factor, and like there is a working smart. There is a way that you can really like reduce the amount of time it takes for you to do. But here's the
For
thing:
sure.
there are some people out there that have it.
Yeah.
Not everyone has it,
Right.
but they do have the takes to be successful,
Yeah.
but not the most successful. Not everyone could be the top number one. There's only
Right.
one person that's number one,
Mm-hmm.
but like, and honestly, like, I want to, like, oh my God, I keep saying like.
You're
It,
good, man.
I tried not to. I am sorry. People are gonna be mad. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're good, man.
Uh, I'm trying to. Well, I've already tried to decide.
Yeah.
I was like, am I okay with 50K or am I okay with just going all in and just doing the best that I could possibly? It's much better to do the best you can, no matter what. Um,
Yeah.
just take it all. Just go all in, man.
I agree 100%. Go all in and, chase after what you believe in. And Nick, I think that's kind of like I think that's a really good way to end it, honestly. Just like go after what you want, go all in. Everyone can get there. It just takes time and hard work. And, to everyone listening, I will go on the record and say that I can see some big things coming from Nick in the future. So check him out. If anything resonated with you that he said, his story, his journey, what he's up to. And again, I truly think that if you go shoot him a follow or whatever, check out his content now, give it some time and you'll see that he's going really far with places. So Nick Inspo on everything is where you can find him.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely check him out. And Nick, I'm rooting for you, man. You have your mind in the right place, and I know you're going to accomplish some big things.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Of course, man. And thanks for coming on and sharing your story. I
Yeah. Thanks
appreciate
for
it. And
having me.
of course, and thanks
Great.
for reaching out too. It was cool, and I appreciate
I
hearing
wouldn't have found
everything
you
that you
if it
had to
wasn't
share.
for Josie Canseco.
I know. Shout out to Josie. All right, man. I'm sure this won't be the last time that we're talking on this podcast or just in life. So, I'm looking forward to some continued and future conversations with you.
All right, awesome. No, I agree. I think we can definitely, continue being friends and,
For sure.
doing whatever.
For
Yeah.
sure, man. All right. You have a good day. I'll talk to you later.
All
Watch
right,
out
you
for those
too.
bears.
All right, we'll see.
All right, man. Take care.